This is my 1987 Plymouth Gran Fury, and this is the current state of its trunk. Some may say that the Gran Fury is a grandpa car. Well, it might be time to buy it some Depends because the back end of this thing leaks uncontrollably. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Detonator channel. I've got Goldie, my 1987 Plymouth Gran Fury, on the patio today, and we're going to try to figure out where in the world the water leak is coming from in this trunk. Taking a look at the footage that I've got here, you can see there's a significant amount of water that's getting into this trunk. If I have a pretty good steady rain for a day or two straight, you get quite a bit. Just a normal shower or something that goes through, it only puddles up here on this little raised part of the frame rail. But if we have a good saturation of maybe 2-3 days worth of rain, constant, we do get a massive puddle like you see here. So that's an awful lot of water that's getting into this thing. It seems to come in a little bit on the passenger side as well, not near as significant as the driver's side. So I have gone after this leak before, looking for it under the inside of this trunk on the driver's side. There was some droplets of water going towards the rear windshield, the rear window. I couldn't really see beyond that. So I'm gonna really climb in here today. And if you know anything about chasing down water leaks, where you see the water isn't necessarily where the leak is coming from. So let's hop in this thing and see if we can actually locate it. Okay, so I've often wondered if my leak is coming in where the body seams go together. See, there's some paint missing there. Is water getting underneath this seam? And if that's so, can I just caulk that and stop the leak? You know, we'll see. So I've got my hose here. I'm gonna start running some water and we'll see if the water is coming in from this area right here. Quite a bit of water ran down this channel. Showing up right here. So I'm gonna take this panel off. We'll see what we got behind it. Okay, running a good steady stream of water down the channel, and this is where it's coming in. The tail light. It's no wonder this tail light was full of water, and the light bulbs were rusted to the socket whenever I first bought this thing. So I'm gonna take this tail light out. I've got some nuts I gotta take off the studs of the light assembly. So this is yet another job for my Dynamic Tools. This is one of the smoothest ratchets I've ever owned. It's a quality tool set with a lifetime warranty. If you wanna pick up a set just like this, go to shopdynamictools.com and use code Detonator15. You'll save 15% off your order. And the good news is every time you use code Detonator15, you'll get 15% off every single time. So I want to thank Dynamic Tools for sponsoring this channel and offering the 15% off coupon code to the Dana Nation. So that code does generate some revenue for me and the channel. That helps this channel grow. So if you want to pick up a set of quality tools with lifetime warranties, check out shopdynamictools.com. Again, use code Detonator15 at checkout. You get a high quality set of tools and you also help out the Detonator channel. I think this rear quarter and bumper may have been rear-ended. Somebody backed into it or something. So that may be the reason why this is leaking. That's my hypotenuse anyway. Okay, you can see where it was damp and it's leaking down into the hole for the light. This is just a soft foam. You can see where it presses up against the body, but for some reason, it's not pressing up completely right here. So I really don't know how to fix that. Do I do something with the light? Or do I do something with the metal right here, pushing it out this way? I don't know. Or do I take some sealer and seal and build that up right there so that that foam can seal and press into that and kind of make a little bit of a sealed ring around that cavity right there. So what I think what might be an issue is that these studs are backing out, and it's causing it not to be as tight as it possibly could against the metal. See, I've been turning this stud, and now it's finally got to the point where it's stopped, and now it's in line with the foam, whereas before it was sticking up above the foam like this one. So I just wonder if that's not the problem. So these two I was able to tighten down several turns. This one went down a few turns. These didn't turn at all, so they're snug. So 3 of the 6, so half of the studs were a little loose. Okay, so I've got the lens back in, tightened down. I'm gonna run some more water. Let's see what happens. All right, here we go, more water. I am dousing this with a ton of water. You can hear it smacking the ground. I don't think I see any water coming out. All right, so I just doused that with a ton of water. See, it's running down and dripping out. And that is dry as a bone. Not a drop. That's fantastic. I think we fixed it. But I know we've got a water leak underneath here somewhere. So I'm gonna look underneath here and see if any of that water made its way in up there. Okay, I'm gonna spray some more around the trunk. I'm actually gonna go up onto the window, the rear glass, and spray down this rear glass area and see if I get any seepage from around the window. Okay, still nothing around the taillights, that's good. Did I get anything around the window? Don't see anything. Sprayed all down the back glass on the vinyl top, all this low area right here, and didn't see anything get in the trunk. I'm gonna go ahead and douse it real good. I'm gonna lock you in the trunk. See anything? Okay, there's a drop right there. Where's that coming from? Okay, I just noticed on the passenger side there's standing water right there. Okay, so we've got some dripping right there. It's coming from right there. I'm gonna run some water just around the trunk lid, not on the glass. Okay, I'm not 100% certain, but when I sprayed right here in this body seam, it seemed like I got more dripping. I sprayed up in here underneath this chrome trim, and it didn't really seem to do anything. But once I concentrated on this corner, it seemed to drip more. Okay, I've got the water running right here on this corner. I'm getting a pretty significant drip. Okay, trying the driver's side now. I'm just pouring water all along this body seam right here. And it's staying in that little cavity where the trunk drainage goes. But we are getting a very steady stream from that body seam. It's already on down here. So that is a significant leak for sure. All right, so next day, I'm still working on the Plymouth, trying to figure out how to seal up the cracks that are allowing water in to the trunk of the car. What I'm gonna use is this stuff called lexel. I saw this online and it got really good reviews. A lot of people were singing its praises. I've never heard of it. If you've heard of it and you've used it, let me know in the comments section below. What did you use it on and how did it work for you? They say it's crystal clear, which, yeah, it's crystal clear. But it even sticks to wet surfaces. Well, the car's dry now. It's been sitting overnight and it's been in the sun all morning. But it sticks to almost everything. It's instantly waterproof. That's what I like. Cured sealant is mildew resistant and it's paintable. Okay. But it says apply to clean surfaces free of frost, oil, and dirt. Application range between 0 and 120 degrees, and it's tack free in 30 minutes, but it takes completely cures in 1 to 2 weeks. Okay. The other thing that I liked was it's also flexible and it maintains its flexibility. So it's a duct tape of silicone or caulking. So we're gonna give lexel a chance and see if it can seal up this trunk on my Plymouth. Let's get to it. I'm afraid water might be coming in through there as well. So I'll put some of that sealant all around this. Yeah, we'll see if that can keep water out too. So I washed the car last night. Got down through here pretty good. We've got this stuff called pre-clean. It's wax and grease remover before you paint something. So we're gonna use this to get any oils or whatever may be on the paint or in the cracks or anything. Looks like there's some kind of goop down in this seam already. All right, good enough for me. Okay, this says puncture me here. So we need to break that seal. This cap has a very, very small, fine opening right there. We're just going to use that. Well, here goes nothing. I like that it's clear, so it's really not that noticeable. That's good. So that right there's got a pretty decent crack in it. All right, so we had a pretty heavy rain go through about an hour and a half, 2 hours ago. Let's check the trunk of this Plymouth. See the water beaded up on this thing. All right, proof is in the pudding. Did that stuff keep the water out? Yes. Hallelujah. Not a drop of water. It would always be pooled right here. And then there would be some right here. A very minute amount, but water nonetheless. It is dry as a bone. No signs. Hallelujah.